For this video lecture, what I really want to do is show you two things, starting with Mr. Kent's chemistry page. The URL is kentchemistry.com, and he's got all kinds of really great resources that you can kind of bounce around. It is full of ads, but there's really a lot of quality stuff here. So when you get to this page, scroll down past the AP Chem, and we're going down to the high school Regents Chemistry. These are the topics that you can choose from. Right now, what we're doing with phase changes is in this matter link. And there's all kinds of topics within this topic. There's a really good page here that shows you how vapor pressure is measured. This one, I believe, shows you how, gives you kind of simulations of how melting point and boiling point are measured. But what I want you to take a look at today is this phase diagrams page. And I'm not going to play the videos in here. I'm just going to kind of get you acclimated to show you what I think are the best things on this website for you to take a look at. Right? This is Mr. Kent. This is how he does videos. He does it with a document camera. It's kind of a cool way of doing it. But he really explains these phase diagrams really well for both water and for carbon dioxide. So I highly recommend you take a look at that. He really makes it, really demystifies it. This video you should take a look at. Again, kind of shows you the different things you can do and different questions that can be asked on a phase diagram. A couple videos here showing you supercritical fluids. I'll let you go ahead and play those on your own. But this is the other thing that I really want you to dig into and take a look at. You will need Shockwave for this, so if your computer doesn't have it, it's going to be something that you're going to have to install probably through self-service on your MacBook. But there's a static diagram, so this really just shows you all the different parts of a phase diagram. Really not much moving in this diagram, but just kind of reviews that. There's an interactive diagram where you can kind of click on things and see what's happening both in on the large scale and on the molecular view. So you can click in this table and it'll show you, okay, so right now if your point is here with that particular pressure and that particular temperature, it's showing you what molecularly it looks like. It's showing you macroscopically what it's looking like. And you can click around and see what's happening. There it is in the solid phase. There it is in the gas phase. And then you can click where you have a liquid gas equilibrium, where you have a solid gas equilibrium, and where you have a solid liquid equilibrium. So you can go ahead and play with that. It's this heating curve A and heating curve B that is, I think, this is brilliant. Just think this is really cool. Heating curve A, right? I'm going to go ahead and stop this for a second so you can see what's happening. This is helping you make the connections from what you've already learned to what we are learning now. Okay, we've already seen these heating curves, right? So from solid to melting to heating of a liquid to boiling to a gas, right? So what we have here, we're going to start with a solid. It's at one pressure, so this is normal pressure. Molecularly, this is what's happening, right? And so if we go ahead and allow the heating to happen, we can watch what's happening both on the heating curve and what's happening in the phase diagram. So I'm going to go ahead and let this play and see what happens. So right here we are now at the melting point. I think we've already gotten all the way to 0, but because you can see that we've pushed our way into the liquid phase right here. I'm going to go ahead and let the simulation run a little longer. Okay, so right now we're completely in the liquid phase. The liquid is heating up. So we're up on this part of the phase, or the heating diagram, and we're on this part of the phase diagram. So watch what happens when we heat it enough for boiling to happen. And we'll watch the point get to that part of the phase diagram. So you can see here that over time, right, we get to see motion. We get to see the point is moving in time, but the temperature is constant on this graph. So this point stays constant over here as we continue to let it run. Okay. So this is showing you, as we go through both the melting point temperature and we go through the boiling point temperature. Heating curve B is going to show you sublimation. So I'm going to give you a chance to play around with that on your own, but I just kind of wanted to give you an acclimation to this web page. I'm going to scroll back up to the top. So I just wanted you to know all about kentchemistry.com, and I wanted you to see a couple of these videos and these simulations because I just think they are very, very helpful to help you make the connections between everything. All right, that's the end of this video lecture. I think I have one or two others that'll help possibly with the phase, answering the phase diagram questions.